if I'm not looking super attractive. I'm not really wearing any makeup. I just really put on my eyebrows and highlight and whatever. I feel like I need something in my hands. For some reason, like I just need something. I'm gonna hold on to this makeup brush. Okay, so today's video is kind of a touchy subject. It's about being bullied. I wanted to make a back to school video because I know a lot of you guys are going back to school soon, and bullying is like never really made sense to me. Like I just don't understand. I don't get it. Like a little while ago, my sister Brianna went through something and it was really shitty. I mean, her and her friend made up, but like the whole thing that happened with her was like really messed up. And then again, like my other sister Lauren, she went through like the things that kids do nowadays like just really pisses me off. Like whenever my younger siblings tell me that, like when they were telling me that they were getting picked on, like with my sister Brianna it got so bad that she didn't want to go to school anymore. And then with my other sister Lauren, it was like so bad, like a group of people like made an entire like group chat called Why I Want Lauren to Kill Herself. And I was just like, is y'all trying to go into an early grave? Because I got the plots picked out. I had never really gone through anything that bad. I was honestly like, I'm kind of oblivious to things. Like, I just don't pay attention to shit that doesn't have any benefit to me. The first instance that like happened to me that I would consider bullying, I had no idea about. It had been going on, I guess, in middle school, and I didn't know about it until I was a freshman in high school. I guess because I'm obviously a really skinny person. I've always been really skinny, and I'm really tall. I mean, I have a fast metabolism. Like I can put food away like it's my job. Like that's just my body type. And in middle school, I don't know, like I don't really know how this rumor got started. I don't know who started it. I don't even know the people that would like talk about it. I remember freshman year of high school I started, and I was talking to these kids that went to a different middle school. I didn't even know these people. They would ask me, like I was just like having a random ass conversation with these people, and then randomly one of them was like, aren't you bulimic or like anorexic or something? And I was like, could you repeat the question? I was genuinely so confused. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? I like quickly, like, because I'm like so sarcastic and like I just make a joke out of everything. I was like, I'll eat my lunch and your lunch. Don't even start with me. I honestly, when I heard about this, I wasn't really even mad. I thought it was really funny. I'm just like, really, guys? Really? Y'all known me since elementary school, and now you gotta come up in here and tell these people that I don't know that I'm bulimic and shit? But yeah, like, that was really dumb. I guess kids from middle school, like, would talk about me. They would say that I would run to the bathroom after lunch and throw up. Like, no. I would go into the bathroom and I would talk shit about you all. That's what I would do. That to me kind of counts as a bullying thing, like starting rumors. Like, I'm happy that people like brought it to my attention and like asked me, so that way I could confirm to them that no, that's not true. Like, I'm really hungry all the time. I don't throw it up. I'm just like super fucking hungry. Like, I'm a bottomless pit. What's for lunch today? So, I guess this bullying story that I'm gonna tell you though is kind of like, it has a happy ending, honestly, because I'm friends with the girl that this whole thing like went down with. As you can see, I'm not really a girl that guys chase after. I never had a boyfriend in high school, middle school, never. Didn't have a date to any dances or anything. World's smallest violin. No one cares. I when I started high school, I was like really jealous, like, of all these girls. Like, I would try so hard. Like, I would pick my outfits out the day before because I wanted so badly to be like all the girls that were like starting to talk to guys and like having boyfriends, and I'm just like, how do I catch one? Like, how do I do that? Like, is there like some kind of trap I gotta set up? Like, what kind of perfume are you wearing? Is it Victoria's Secret? Because like, I'll go and get it right now. Anyway, so I didn't ever think that I was gonna have a boyfriend. Of course I tried. Put myself out there. And, you know, that's all you really can do. There was a boy, and I think he knows this. If you're watching, stop. I don't want to say his name, just in case he doesn't want me to. I'm just gonna say S. So, S was a guy that was like the first guy that like started to like pay any attention to me, and we ended up like never getting into a relationship because I was so blind. Like, I had no idea that he liked me. I still don't even know if he did or not. I'm just like guessing from like my point of view now as an adult. Looking back, I would think that he did, because he would like text me and he like asked me to hang out, and I would literally be like, why do you want to hang out? What I didn't know. If you did like me, I'm sorry that I just like was like, no. I was really dumb. So this girl, I'll call her T. It was maybe like halfway through the year, I want to say. I can't really remember. I have a really shitty memory. And she had switched schools, and I had already known her. She went to middle school with me, and she went to a different high school, but then she ended up switching to the high school that I was going to, and she was definitely one of the more popular girls, I would say. She's really, like, she's gorgeous, like, fucking fuck you. Like, she was so pretty, and she was one of those girls that was like, she had a couple boyfriends, and I was like, teach me your ways, just help me. Oh my god, you know, I can't even lie, I bullied her in middle school, me and my friends. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm a shit human being. I totally deserve this. I'm just kidding. No one deserves to get bullied. Don't be a bully and then you won't get bullied. It's as simple as that. Just be nice. Just be a nice person, okay? I mean, be honest, but like, don't be a dick about it. Yeah, so I guess in middle school, I may have crossed a line. Gave her a little phone call with some of my friends, and we were picking on her because we thought that she was cheating on a guy that I was sort of friends with. Yet again, another guy that I got friend zoned by. It's fine. I'm used to it. So she switched schools, and she started talking to S, and I was like, and that's when I really started to like, I was like connecting the dots, and I was like, wait, I like him. He likes me. Why aren't we having more like of a talk right now? Like, what? And he started like talking to her, and I was like really confused because at the same time he was like kind of still texting me, but I guess I kind of like scared him away and like put it off, and I just like, I don't know, I got friend zoned hard, like, cause I fucking don't know how to do anything. And then she obviously was a little bit more experienced in getting a boyfriend. So yeah, it was really fucking weird. Like, he was texting me, but then after classes, I would always see her meet him at his locker, and they would be like talking and like laughing, and I'm like, so I started to get really jealous of her. And in this specific scenario, I usually always say, like, don't get mad at the girl. Like, if your guy is talking to another girl, you should be mad at him, you know? Like, he shouldn't be like messing with your head like that. Like, it's not her fault. Like, she doesn't really know. Like, T didn't really have like any idea about, like, I don't even know, it wasn't a relationship between me and S, but I don't know. So I got jealous, and I wrote a note for S. and I will admit to my wrong. So in this note, I was asking S if he wanted to like go on a date and you know, like hang out or whatever. And I mentioned in the note, like a dick, I was a dick, I was an asshole. It was completely unnecessary. I had mentioned in the note about T. I was like, I don't really know why you're talking to her. And I said that she was a liar and she had cheated on her last boyfriend. I'm such a piece of trash. I should have never said anything about T. Like, it was really childish. But I mean, to be fair, I was a child. And I had never had a boyfriend before. And I was fighting for love. Just kidding. We weren't in love. Love isn't real. But yeah, so I was so dumb. I was in class when I wrote this note, and I had finished, and I had asked to go to the bathroom so I could slide it into his locker without anybody knowing. The fucked up part was, I had no idea what number locker his locker was. And there just happened to be a person walking through the hallway. Guess who that person was? It was T. And I was like so determined to just get this little note to him. I was like, hey, do you know S's locker number? And I knew she knew because she meets him there after class. So I was like, got it. She told me. And I was dumb enough to actually leave it there. I was dumb enough to ask her which locker it was. What? It's the end of the day. And I'm headed to my last class. And it just so happens that I have this class with T. And I walk into the class, and everybody is in a little circle, huddled over T, holding a piece of paper. The piece of paper was my note. S never saw it. He didn't know it existed. She took it before he could find it. I sit down, and T sits at the table. It was like the tables were weird. So I'm sitting at a table that's like facing forward, and then there was a table off of that, like facing towards me. And there was a girl, I'll call her A. She was sitting at the edge of the table, and then T was sitting like right in my peripheral vision. And she starts sitting there, and they start to reenact my note. She started saying to A, hey, are you doing anything this weekend? Maybe you want to go to the movies. And then, A said that. And then T responded with, well, I don't know, I'm kind of a slut, so maybe I shouldn't go. And when she said that, I should have connected the dots and realized, oh my god, that's my note. And I started laughing. I just started giggling. I'm like, why would she say that? Why would she admit that to everyone? Then they just like kept going. And I looked over, and I was in shock. I was like, is this really happening right now? I started crying, and I tried to take the note. And then she hands it to a guy, I'll call him N, and she starts like laughing and saying, read it. And he starts reading it, and she's like, no, read it out loud. And he started to. Everybody in the class was laughing at me, and I was just crying, and I reached over the table, I looked at him in the eyes, and I was like, please stop. So I'm like sitting there bawling my eyes out, just like begging this guy to give me my note back. And he looks up at me, and he looks up at them laughing, and he just like went like this with the note in his hand, and I just like snatched it out of his hand. I tore that shit up, threw it in the recycling bin, and we literally, like, I can't remember if it was a sub or not, but the fact that there was a teacher in the room the whole time and didn't say anything, I was just like, I need to get out of this room right now. I need to go. And student support just happened to be like right across the hallway. I was like, can I just go to student support? I need to stay in there for a minute. Like, I need to fucking take this in. I went in there, and once again saw a teacher, told them what happened, and nothing got done. So they told me, well, you can just stay in here for a few minutes, but you have to go back to class. So I didn't get any help from any adult, and I just kind of sat there, cried it out for a few minutes, and I sucked it up and I went back to class. And when I went back in there, I moved my seat. I sat in the back of the room in the corner away from everybody, and still nobody was really doing any work, so I think there was a sub. And people started to come up to me, like A came up to me and she apologized, and she said that she had no idea that the note was about me. I really didn't believe her at all, because how could you not know? As soon as I walked into the room, everybody in that circle just quickly dispersed. Like, they knew it was about me. And I just accepted her fake ass apology. I just wanted the day to be over. I wanted to go. And then the guy that was reading the note, he came up and apologized, and I was like, it's fine. I'm just glad you didn't read the whole thing. I felt like that whole situation was something straight up out of a movie, and I was like, there's no way that this really just fucking happened. And I remember I went home, and I don't think I even told anybody, because I had told teachers and they didn't do anything, so I was like, well, what's my family gonna do? Nothing is gonna get done. So I don't want to say it was the next day, maybe a couple days later, I ended up going up to T and I apologized to her, and it was really a very passive-aggressive apology from both of us. She apologized but was smirking the whole time, and I was also kind of laughing. We didn't mean it. We were just yeah, it happened. We're not going to be friends anymore. So, and then that was it. We stayed away from each other, and then she ended up switching schools, I think, after a little while. That was the craziest bully experience I had ever had. I don't know. It was really dumb. We were both wrong. I shouldn't have said anything about her in my note, and she shouldn't have read my note in front of everybody in the class. Shit happens. We move on. I think it's really funny. So maybe 2 years after high school, I met a guy, and he was my first boyfriend, and the first guy I ever told that I loved, and it turns out that he just happened to also be T's ex-boyfriend. Actually, during the relationship, me and her got into another argument over stupid stuff, but we ended up getting past that too, and I was just okay, well, we're cool then, it's whatever. Anyway, she told me that he was a shitty person. Of course I didn't believe her. I still don't think today that he's a shitty person. Because me and him ended up breaking up. We actually broke up a few months ago at the beginning of the year. I don't think he's a shitty person. I just think that he doesn't like to face his problems head on. He more or less just likes to run away from them. I mean, he got back into a new relationship less than a month after we broke up, so he's the one with the real issues, not me. But yeah, me and her ended up becoming friends, because we both, we don't, do this on the regular. We did this, we talked about my ex, our ex, when we broke up, we talked shit about him, and we, bonded over it, so I guess you never know who your friends are gonna be. I made friends with a girl that bullied me. I bullied her too, and a friendship grew out of it. I don't know. I want to say, going back to school, the bullies are gonna suck. Bullies are gonna be there. They're gonna be there your whole life. I guess my advice to you is just don't let it bug you. Sometimes people aren't gonna be there to help you. All I can say is speak up for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great school year. I really hope that you don't get bullied. If you guys want any more advice on anything, I've got plenty of stories. I have a little bit more experience in life now, a little bit, kind of. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and turn on your notification bell when you want to know when my next videos are going up. Thanks for watching.